Greetings, wrestling fans! Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the August 26th edition of Smackdown. I have to say, I thought this episode of Smackdown was the more weaker side because there really wasn't anything exciting. I guess outside of Sheamus and Gunther's stare down. Other than that, there really wasn't a whole lot to really dig deep into and really get all that excited over. We had Ricochet and Crappy Corbin starting things off. And Ricochet, to my surprise, got the win because I definitely thought Happy Corbin was going to win the rematch because normally whenever they book a rematch, normally the other person wins. But, you know, I've been so used to Vince McMahon's booking for so many years, sometimes I tend to forget Triple H is in charge. But anyway, Ricochet got the victory once again over Happy Corbin, which is good, because that's a good sign. I like that they're slowly burying Happy Corbin. I know me being happy someone's getting buried is kind of a bit harsh, but I'm no fan of Happy Corbin, so I'm perfectly fine with him getting buried. But he's probably not getting buried, it's probably just going to be leading to him just getting repackaged back to the old Baron Corbin character, or I don't know, but either way, I'm perfectly happy with him losing, because we all know Happy Corbin has always been a Vince McMahon experiment. Pat McAfee would then proceed to pretty much poke fun at Happy Corbin. that was pretty entertaining and funny. That's really all I can say there. Karrion Kross cut another goddamn promo. This guy's been doing nothing but promos ever since he came back. I know he's a good promo, but I mean, come on. But he's gonna wrestle next week, so I guess I shouldn't complain. But to be fair, he's probably more than likely gonna be facing a job guy next week. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't, but yeah, Karrion cut another promo on Drew McIntyre, and yeah, there's really nothing I can really talk about there. We had a fatal four-way, last chance. It was Sonya and Natty, Brooke and Tamina, Shotzi and Xia Li, and Nikki Ash and Doudrop in a last chance fatal four-way. And Sonya and Natalya walked away with the win. They won the second chance fatal four-way to face Raquel and Aaliyah later on in the show, which I was definitely surprised by. But then again, they did say that the finals were going to take place on Raw this coming Tuesday. Possibly the only good and entertaining thing about SmackDown today was Sheamus and Gunther having their stare down. I'm actually really looking forward to this. Despite that these two guys are heels, I actually really hope this leads to Sheamus turning face. So Sheamus and Gunther had a very big intense stare down. They had a lot of choice words for each other. I definitely enjoyed it very, very much. And Butch and Ridge Holland end up having a brawl with Ludwig Kaiser in the background. Man, only if Giovanni Vinnick was here, only if Giovanni Vinnick was there, it would have made it so much easier. But Ludwig held his own against both Butch and Ridge Holland. And I like how Sheamus and Gunther were just staring at each other while Ludwig was just brawling with Butch and Ridge Holland. It just looked so funny that it looked like those two just didn't give a shit. It just looked like they just did not give a shit that their lackeys were just going at it. But they eventually did calm them down by grabbing their shirts. So I'm very much looking forward to this match. I would love Sheamus to win. As much as I'd love Sheamus to win, I just can't see it. I just can't see it. As much as I'd love to see Sheamus win to become Grand Slam champion, I just can't see it happening. And it's a real shame, because I love Sheamus. I've always liked Sheamus. But it's just a real shame that this is probably more than likely not going to be his night at Clash of the Castle next week. Then we had Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah take on Natalya and Sonya Deville in the semi-finals. Raquel and Aaliyah walked away with the win. Bayley and her little crew were there. Michael Cole wasn't too pleased to see Bayley. Like, the moment Bayley's music hit, Michael Cole basically just said, "Oh no," like the moment Bayley's music hit. Because we all know Michael Cole and Bayley are not, you know, are not really good with each other. And the one thing I did not like about this match is that they pretty much had Raquel Rodriguez pretty much do everything. I swear, Triple H really doesn't have faith in Aaliyah, does he? He really has absolute zero faith in this woman to really get over. He's not even trying to get Aaliyah over. He's just basically saying, yeah, we all know she sucks. He's basically like, yeah, we all know she sucks. Let's just completely forget about her. Like, she got taken out during the match, and we never saw her again. Like, when she got taken out, I think she took, like, a brutal spot. I can't really remember what happened, but she took, like, a nasty spot in the match, and then she was out, like, through the rest of the match. Like, never to be seen again. Like, she didn't get the hot tag or anything. Nothing like that. She was just taken out, and that was it. She was gone for the rest of the match. Raquel basically won the match all by herself, pinning Sonya Deville afterwards. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. It just tells me Triple H has absolutely zero faith in Aaliyah, and he does not believe in her at all. We all know. I know Triple H isn't the biggest Aaliyah fan, and we all know Aaliyah is going to be getting pinned on Raw. She's going to be taking the pin on Raw. Dakota and Io will walk away as tag team champions. It's just obvious. It's just obvious. And clearly, Bayley and Aaliyah wrestling on Raw must have obviously meant something after all, but still, wasn't a fan that they were not giving Aaliyah any time at all to shine. It just tells me that Triple H really has no faith in her. We had these ridiculous segments. We had so many stupid segments. There were so many ridiculous segments with shit row, maximum male models. Like, I just don't care for maximum male models. I'm sorry. I don't care for them. I don't care for maximum male models. I couldn't give a flying toss about Hit Row. Don't know why the Street Profits were there. Like, they're Raw superstars. I don't know why they were there, but it's ridiculous. Roman and Sammy had another segment together, which I thought was very entertaining. Like, Sammy's great when it comes to segments. Like, he had two great segments with Brock Lesnar, and he had two great segments with Roman Reigns. How can you not find Sami Zayn entertaining is beyond me. How can you not find him entertaining is beyond me. Jey Uso also continued screaming at Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso didn't like Sami talking about him behind his back. So as I said last week when it came to this review, we all know it's leading bad for Sami Zayn, where the Bloodline are going to eventually lead to beating up Sami Zayn. Viking Raiders and the New Day had a segment. I really didn't care for this. As much as I like the new Viking Raiders, I couldn't care for this. New Day outsmarted the Viking Raiders, and that's pretty much that. Then our main event was Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn in a decent match. The Usos tried to give the assist to Sami Zayn, but it didn't matter. Drew McIntyre won with a Claymore, and that's pretty much it for good old Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns then came out and beat the hell out of Drew McIntyre. The Usos and Sami Zayn helped him out, and Roman stood tall. The fact that this was not the go-home show really disappoints me, because if this was the go-home show, I think a lot of us would have had faith that Drew was going to win here, but because this was not the go-home show, it's not going to happen. So next week, Roman Reigns will be celebrating 2 years as Undisputed Champion. Karrion Kross will make his debut. And all that other stuff. I'm pretty sure you guys would obviously know because you saw it. Anyway, that is the SmackDown review, guys. I personally... I don't know. I wasn't feeling this episode of SmackDown this week. I just didn't feel it this week. I feel SmackDown really needs a shot in the arm. They really need something to make SmackDown interesting. But overall, I thought this was the weaker SmackDown under Triple H. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. Hit that thumbs up if you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you all next time.